Hey everyone, Saintsfan back again with another GTA 5 video, and today we're going to be talking about the next GTA Online DLC. The title that we're going to go with, that we're going to call it, just because there isn't an official one, is the High Value in High Risk, just going off of the description that Rockstar gave in the Newswire post when the Biker DLC came out. And just to remind you about that paragraph, so in the Newswire, you can check this out, and people keep saying this is made up, like this is all speculation, but this is straight from Rockstar, so it's not speculation. It's not like YouTubers or people are making this DLC up. It's something that Rockstar said they're gonna do. The last sentence of the paragraph says, keep an eye out for high-level, high-risk, vehicle-based business ventures to spring up across Los Santos and Blaine County soon. So even though they didn't give us much, that's still saying that's what the next DLC is gonna be. And Yan confirmed this, I'm assuming from his source that he talks to, that either works at Rockstar or knows someone else that works at Rockstar. And even though his source was a little wrong about the release date for the Biker DLC, everything else was pretty much spot on. The Biker DLC internally was delayed, so that's the only reason why his release date prediction was wrong. And he also did sort of confirm, even though we kind of knew this, that this next DLC is going to be the final one for this year. That's how it was last year with the big yacht update, so it doesn't surprise me. They're going to release it, this High Value and High Risk, in addition to maybe this year's new Christmas content. So sometime in December, that's my bet, we'll actually see this DLC. However, Yan did joke on the GTA forums. He said, that is, of course, if Rockstar don't push this update back like they pushed the Biker update back. But here's the thing. This High Value in High Risk DLC was not something that just came about. According to the game files, they've been working on this, or at least the concept of this, for quite some time. And this goes all the way back to a few months ago when FunMW2 found some of the lines of coding for the Biker DLC. As we all know, that became true. The only script, the only line that didn't actually happen in the Biker DLC was the script GB Vehicle Export. And that existed before the release date of the Cunning Stunts, so they've been working on this for quite some time. And although that's the only little bit they had in the game files, it seems to me at least that they're not rushing to get this DLC out. They've probably been working on it in addition to the Biker stuff for a couple of months now, if not longer. So I really don't think this DLC will be delayed, considering at the moment they're probably working really hard on it, and that's why they have all this extra content that they're slowly releasing over this month and then even extending into November. I mean, that's the reason I would assume they only released one of the bikes instead of releasing a few of the bikes yesterday, and then the Sanctus is going to be Friday, so maybe next Tuesday or sometime next week we'll get the Tornado, and then the following week, maybe they'll add the Yuga van, and then the following week, they'll finally add the Shitaro, and then that still leaves the S-Key maybe for the last week in November. I don't know. If they do one vehicle a week, then they are probably doing that for a specific reason, so they could all work on the next High Value in High Risk DLC. Now, Fun did say that maybe what they had planned was to release the Vehicle Export in addition to the Biker DLC, like they planned on having it as one DLC, and then they kind of split it up into two, and that would make sense, one, because that was the only line of coding that was found, and it was found with the Biker stuff, but then also, there's a third adversary mode, which is in the game files, called Kill Quota, and he says when you actually load it loads up the file for the Lost versus Damned. So it's basically an adversary mode that does the exact same thing as one of the other adversary modes. And the reason this could be is when Rockstar added it to the game files, they might not have been done with that specific adversary mode called Kill Quota. And they realized that they're going to release this high risk or high value and high risk DLC in December. So they're going to package it with it. So that means at the moment, we have the Lost vs. Damned Halloween adversary mode, which is going to be released this Friday. Then we also have the Deadline adversary mode, which is the one with the Tron bike, which will probably be released sometime in the middle of November. And then early on in December, I'd imagine, is when we get the High Risk and High Value DLC with this Kill Quota adversary mode actually done. And another thing that both Fun and Yan mentioned on the GTA forums, so here in this post you can see Fun at the bottom says, anyway, all we know about the export DLC, the high value and high risk DLC, is the vehicle underscore export script that was found, in addition to something another GTA forum user, Wildbrick, found about DLC vehicles having new variations. And what that means, some of the new DLC vehicles, they actually have unique paint jobs that I guess either show up in traffic or missions. Which I guess is odd because Fun said DLC vehicles aren't supposed to receive new variations since they are always scripted to have custom colors, which I guess led Yin to believe, and this makes sense if this happens in free roam. He says maybe these new vehicles or these DLC vehicles that have these new variations, maybe the unique paint jobs are what tip you off as to that's a vehicle that you have to get. Maybe in this high risk and high value DLC, since it would take place in free roam, these high-end vehicles that you would have to steal, the way you know it's the right one would because it would look a little unique. But it would just be some random NPC driving. And I think that actually sounds pretty cool. Like I've stated before, I would like to see it just be like the Simeon feature, just on steroids. And that's kind of what this sounds like. Basically, you just driving around trying to spot some of these unique cars, which I wouldn't imagine would be too hard, just because traffic doesn't, if you had a unique car, you had a supercar in traffic, it would stand out. Although maybe that's something they changed. Maybe in this update, they finally add DLC vehicles to traffic, which would be amazing, because that's one of the downsides. You get all these amazing cars that have been added, but you don't ever see them unless someone else is driving them. And I just think it'd be really cool to see a Zentorno, like an NPC in a Zentorno, or an NPC in a Jester, or a Massacro, or any of the other cars, or a lowrider. Go to the hood and you see some of these lowriders customized. And yeah, you wouldn't be able to keep them in your garage, you wouldn't be able to store them or anything, but it would just be nice to see. It would make the world feel more alive. And if they tied that in to this high value and high risk stuff, that would be even better. But let me know in the comment section what you guys think. Are you excited for this DLC? Is this something that sounds interesting to you? For me, it does. That's one of the things I love about GTA, the cars. So having more of them and having like a feature based around that sounds like a lot of fun. But you guys can let me know in the comments. Thank you all for watching. Drop a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more awesome GTA content. See you in the next one. As always, it's your boy Saintsfan. I'm out. Peace.